Well, this really isn't the news that I thought the Vancouver Canucks would go out there and execute on this day. They have signed defenseman Danny DeKeyser to a PTO. And of course, as a guy who is a Vancouver Canucks fan primarily, I am a tertiary Red Wings fan. I had to go out there and make a video acknowledging this because normally PTOs don't really mean anything, right? Like, it's a tryout. You're just going out there and getting an extra player that happens to be a free agent to fill out your roster so that you have a full camp at training camp. That's normally what PTOs serve their purpose for. But for Danny DeKeyser, this is an interesting player because he is indeed a defenseman. He does play on the left side, and he's a guy that if you go over all the numbers, all the advanced stats and everything, you'll note that he doesn't really play all too well. Last season, sure, he had 11 points in 59 games played, but with DeKeyser, it's not about the points. The fact is, this is a Michigan native who had played with the Red Wings ever since 2012-2013, and he's had the reputation of being so broken down and beaten that even though he is 32 years old, some people would go out there and say, wait a minute, Danny DeKeyser? That guy's still in the league? It's kind of funny, because the reply to the tweet that the Vancouver Canucks posted saying that they signed DeKeyser had a few people saying, wait a minute, DeKeyser? Why him? He's so old. Wait, he's only 32. This is because Danny DeKeyser in Detroit was pretty much expected to being a top pairing guy. He was a top pairing guy in Detroit. Not because he was that good, but because he was just kind of thrown into that position and they needed somebody to fill that spot. He played with Moritz Seider last season and he wasn't great. Seider had a more difficult time because he was playing with DeKeyser, and because of all the injuries that DeKeyser has sustained over the years, he was overpaid, overutilized, and there pretty much was just a defenseman here that if you only played him, let's say 10 minutes a night, he might have been okay. But that's why a lot of Red Wings fans would go out there and say that they respect the heck out of Danny D, because even though he wasn't the best, he still was an absolute warrior. And he went out there, he pretty much did what he needed to do. Think about Luke Schenn, Canucks fans. Think Luke Schenn, but on the left side, beaten down by more injuries and a bit bigger too. So he's a little bit more physically able when it comes to body checking, etc., etc. But here's the press release on the Canucks website. They have signed Danny DeKeyser to a PTO. Let's move the screen over here. Can we do that? Yes, there you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay. Yeah, Streamlabs, eh? Kind of not really on my side right here. But Vancouver Canucks GM Patrick Allvin announced today the club has signed Danny DeKeyser to a PTO, a professional tryout contract. DeKeyser, 32, played 59 games for the Wings last season, recording 11 points and 26 penalty minutes. He ranked second on the team in blocked shots and fifth among defensemen in hits, while averaging 18 minutes of time on ice per game. That's way too high. We're going to have to get that down if the Canucks end up signing DeKeyser to a regular contract sometime down the line. In 547 career NHL regular season games, all with the Red Wings, DeKeyser has accumulated 146 points and 266 penalty minutes. The 6'3", 183-pound blue liner has also appeared in 19 career playoff games, 4 postseasons with the Red Wings, collecting a goal and an assist as well. A native of Detroit, Michigan, DeKeyser represented the USA at the 2014 and 2017 World Championships, appearing in 16 games. He was originally signed by Detroit as an undrafted UFA on March 29th, 2013. So, at the end of the day, this is a player that pretty much demands respect because of the terrible career path he has had so far with injuries and over-deployment. He is a good enough hockey player, I feel, to justify maybe getting a bottom-of-the-lineup 7th D spot, but if the Canucks tried to play this guy in the way the Detroit Red Wings played him, which is top pair, they would be very, very disappointed. So I'm very happy that there are some other options here the Canucks do have. It's just kind of interesting how they signed another left-handed guy to a PTO and not a right-handed guy. Just to end the video off, I wanted to go over this tweet over here by Rick Dollywall. This is what Jim Rutherford said when it comes to the team not getting any right-handed defense. We have a lot of guys on the left side who can move over. Burrows was good last year. Dermott and OEL play right, and Hughes has told us he can try the right side as well. And so, I guess, to end off this video, we might just send everything away on a little bit of a note that if DeKeyser comes in here and plays on the left, maybe we might have some of these other guys transitioning over to the right. Imagine a top pairing of OEL and Hughes. Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. But talk in the comments your thoughts about the Vancouver Canucks getting Danny DeKeyser on a PTO. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls 99, and bye.